JP, what's going on, man?
Hey, what's up, Brandon? Doing awesome this morning. How are you?
Good, great, amazing, always. How about you?
Hey, great. We've got this big investor summit coming up.
Awesome.
CEO invite only. We've got a bunch of questions that they sent our way that they'd love to hear your point of view on.
Okay, cool. So this is our head of marketing, JP, marketing genius. Worked with this guy for over a decade. We used to do the biggest deals selling for Google together, traveled the world, traveled the US. It was absolutely amazing. And I'm grateful that he gets to lead the charge here and build a badass, unstoppable marketing team. He's actually working on a brand new website for us that should be live, which we're gonna work on after this Investor Summit questionnaire, but he stays on top of me to get this shit done or else it will never get done. Okay.
We've had a lot of great adventures together.
Yeah, it's been wild.
Cool. Let's go question number one. What have been some of your highs in the last 2 years? Big highlights.
Highlights with these investments that are going into the company, I would absolutely say the ability to go from a 50-person company to a 1,000-person company. All the people that we get to hire, all the people that we get to empower, all the people that we get to unleash here at Seamless.AI is definitely my high point. Hopefully it's the high point for all of our leadership. I never really envisioned launching this company and being able to grow it as large and as big as we are right now. And I always dreamt of it, never thought that we could make it a reality. You don't think about that when you've got a prototype and you're just starting out. So it's amazing to be at this point 4 years in from product launch, and we've built $1 billion company, $1 billion platform. And then also, the employees, like we say, we're all in on our employees and maximizing their success. And then the investments and work that we're able to make into the product Seamless.AI, right? Well, I believe the life you want, the family you want, the cars you want, the houses you want, we all believe everything that you want in this life doesn't exist unless you build the list and sell the list. And the only way to sell the list is with Seamless. So our ability to every day, week, month, and year constantly be innovating and building these new features, these new functionalities, these new integrations to help the world increase revenue, maximize sales, and acquire their total addressable market is absolutely insane. I get to wake up every day to tens, if not hundreds of testimonials from hundreds of thousands of users, tens of thousands of customers. That has been the second most rewarding high of the past 2 years. And we track every single one of them. Every single thing that anyone says about us, we track, and we use it as fuel to our fire. We use it as oxygen to keep going all out and do whatever it takes. Like, that's the stuff that is our high. Like the success stories of our employees doing whatever it takes to maximize their potential. The success stories of our customers doing whatever it takes to maximize their potential.
Awesome. No, great feedback. Let's talk a little bit about you. You take on any new hobbies in the last 2 years?
I would say no. However, I'm doing a lot more with fitness, wake surfing, working out, eating right, and if I get a chance once a month, go wake surfing. Oh, you know what though? However, we bought the Florida house, and that's awesome because I don't have friends, my employees, my tribe is our employees. I only want to hang out and spend time with our team to maximize their potential. I want them to have fun. So I love taking them to new experiences. I love, showing people a life that they may not have been able to have before Seamless. So being able to hang out in the Florida house, being able to hang out, doing fun things with our team, taking them out, whether it's company events, a suite at the Blue Jackets game, or travel to Florida and take them to some of the best restaurants and dining experiences. That's a lot of fun.
I know you're always on the go 24/7, but what's your favorite way to relax?
Favorite way to relax is reality TV. And also documentaries or shows about startups. Really enjoying, super pumped about Travis Kalanickis and Uber, as well as, you know, just recession or secession, Billions I love to watch. Anything about building a startup and maximizing the success of the startup, I love watching.
What was your first job?
So, man, I worked at a call center for nonprofits when I was 15. Got paid $7.50 an hour. And you basically, for every $1,000 you were able to fundraise, you got like an extra quarter per hour. So I would just hustle after school from like 4 to 10 p.m., making as many sales calls in this call center as possible. And what was great about that is it taught me, like, you got to have confidence, you got to be fearless, and you got to be able to sell anything to anyone at any time, which I think played a big role into me getting into sales, building Seamless.AI, you name it.
Awesome. If you were not the CEO of Seamless, what would you be doing?
I would either be a venture capital investor helping startups scale, or the greatest job in the world is sales, because you have unlimited earning potential. Like, sales is the greatest job in the world because it's like running your own company, except you have zero risk and you don't have to spend hundreds of thousands or millions of dollars of your own money to build something. So sales, you can go into any company and literally all you have to do is learn the product, learn the business, learn the audience, the personas that you're selling to, and you can make millions of dollars. So if I lost it all and had to start all over again, which has happened to me too many times, I'd find a great product that I was all in on, and I'd go sell that great product. Because you could get to multiple six figures, you could get to making millions of dollars. That's what I would do.
You need a list too, right?
And then you got to build the list.
Cool. Well, you probably have gotten a lot of advice along the way. I've known you for a long time. You've been building Seamless for many years at this point. What's some of the best advice that you've received as a CEO?
Two pieces of advice. Number one would be, if you want to scale to $1 billion company, you have to master I call it DPSP. Data, gotta have all the data, integrated, easily able to view it, leverage it to make decisions about how to optimize any part of the business. So data in every department: sales, marketing, customer success, engineering, product development, HR, talent, operations, finance. There's hundreds of data points you need to track in all of those different departments to build $1 billion company, so that you can keep A/B testing and changing the strategy or the execution plans. So I would say the data, and then the people. Like, I can't build $1 billion company on my own. You have to hire amazing people that will buy you leverage and scale to build $1 billion company. And then you, JP, gave me the best piece of advice for hiring people. And JP taught me this, like, right when he was hired, he's like, is it a hell yes? He's like, I asked myself, like, anytime you're hiring, is it a hell yes? If it's not a hell yes, a strong hell yes, like you're like, oh my gosh, this person is amazing, they're taking us 5-10 steps ahead of where we want to go. If it's not a hell yes, then it's a hell no. If it's a maybe, it's a hell no. It's got to be a hell yes. So find and hire the hell yeses, the great, amazing people that push you and the company forward, that increase the wisdom of the crowd. Like, with people, everyone you hire if the wisdom of the crowd, the intelligence, the motivation, the positivity, the coachability, the hard work, their ability to do whatever it takes to be successful, let's just say that score at your company out of hundreds of people or 10 people or 50, whatever it is, thousands of people, the average score is a 7. You want to hire the people that take that wisdom of the crowd higher than a 7, so you keep increasing the average wisdom of the crowd. Next is systems. Just like we talked about data, you need to have all the systems integrated. You can't have a finance system, a sales system, a marketing system, an operations system, an HR system, and none of these systems talk. Everyone's logging into 50 different systems to do their day job, to collect the data that they need to execute, to manage, to scale. All the systems need to be integrated for mass scale. And I didn't really realize how important that was from 0 to 250 employees, because we were just buying. I let anyone buy whatever they wanted. So once we realized you gotta have, you don't want to buy a million systems. You want to keep the systems that you purchase and invest in tight. You want to make sure that they integrate, and you want to make sure that it's easy to use so people can maximize their efficiency and their effectiveness because all the systems are integrated. And then lastly, for DPSP is process and playbook. So you've got data, you've got people, you've got systems. The fourth key pillar to building a billion-dollar company is the processes and playbooks. Once you've got the data, the people, and the systems, they need to have the playbooks, the strategies, the execution plans, the scripts, everything that they need to maximize their success in their job. Anything that they're doing repetitively, daily, weekly, monthly, quarterly, annually, make sure that they've got the playbooks and the processes to know how to do it. And when I think about developing the best playbooks and processes, I always go back to if this, then that. If this happens, then that happens. And I try to define and lay out if this, then that. I try to document that. Like if I'm cold calling and they say this, write out the script for what you should say. If I'm in HR and I'm trying to scale a team from 100 to 1,000, if this person says X, what do I do for Y? If this process happens, I've got a feature request from a customer. What happens next? I want to have all of the playbooks and the processes documented so that you could build a business that's predictable, scalable, repeatable, and unstoppable. And when you've got the data, the people, the systems, and the processes nailed, you build an unstoppable business that becomes a category leader. And that's our goal here at Seamless.AI. We are building the #1 sales leads platform in the world. It's the category leader. It is #1. The way that we will continue to do that is by maximizing our success with DPSP.
That's a lot of really good advice. I'm sure you've gotten some bad advice along the way.
The dumbest piece of advice, the worst advice I've ever gotten was Seamless will never work. Don't build it. Don't quit your day job. Don't go all in on developing it. And that was the worst piece of advice because no company can survive and thrive without sales. And the only way to generate sales is if you have the list of every single person in the world that you need to sell to. If you have the list of every single person in your total addressable market, all the contacts that you need to sell your products and services to, all the companies that you need to sell your products and services to. So when I was pitching 347 VCs and angel investors years ago to fund Seamless, no one would fund it. I had to take $1 million of my own money and bootstrap the company because no one believed sales data was cool or innovative or the future of growth for companies. And now with our massive success and the success of the industry, they're like, okay, we're all in. And I get hit up, 10 times a day about people that are trying to invest or buy the company. So that was the worst piece of advice. And I've had, friends tell me that, family members tell me that, don't quit your job, don't go all in, don't do it. You're working so hard. I've had investors tell me that. Definitely the worst piece of advice. And I'm glad I didn't listen. Thank God.
Wouldn't be where we were today or where we are today, right? So a lot of naysayers.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's just because people don't have the same goals as you, the same vision as you. So I don't listen to what other people think, as it relates to my goals, my vision, because my goal is to revolutionize sales and democratize the ability to connect opportunity and help the world connect opportunity and positively impact billions. That's not what my Uncle Paul's vision is when he wakes up every day as a retired accountant. Yeah. That's not what a VC who doesn't know anything about sales process, sales data, sales intelligence, building a predictable, repeatable, scalable revenue engine knows. Like, I've just got our team, not just me, our whole team at Seamless. We've got this grand mission, this grand vision.
That might be some good advice. Stick to your mission, stick to your vision.
Yeah.
Ignore everybody else.
100%. You got to be bulletproof, and you got to have blinders on. You know what? Like Tom Brady, if you watch his documentaries, there's so many people that were trying to bring him down and the entire Patriots team down. There's so many people that were trying to bring him down and the team down at Tampa Bay before they won the Super Bowl. Like, they're saying, like, your coach hates you, you're too old, you're a loser, you're never gonna win, you're never gonna make it, right? Tom Brady's just one example. This happens to pretty much every single person that was successful. And you just gotta he says you gotta have blinders on. Kevin Hart, anytime he comes out with a new movie, all the critics say it's the worst movie in the world and it will never sell. And then it hits the box office and it becomes a #1 bestseller instantly. Kevin Hart said, like, when he was coaching me, he says you got to be bulletproof. So when these people say these things and do these things, it just bounces off of you. You don't even let it bother you. You don't even let it in your mindset.
What are some unique or special things about Seamless's culture that you want to share? And you can include things in ways that we stay connected during the pandemic, special events and perks.
Yeah.
Talk a little bit about that.
I would say what's amazing is our remote environment that we've built. We've got employees who have never worked remote before, and they're coming to Seamless saying they've never felt more connected, more alive, more motivated, more inspired because of the way, like, every day, each team, we get together live virtually on Zoom. Every day, every team celebrates the wins. We call them gongs, ring the gong. Every day we're celebrating gongs and wins and successes of sales, of marketing, of HR, of talent, of finance, of operations, of development, of engineering. So we just built this culture, and I wrote a book on it, whatever it takes, to highlight our culture, because it's an unstoppable machine. Whatever it takes highlights all of our beliefs and our core values to be positive, be coachable, be hardworking, do whatever it takes to get the job done, no matter what your title is. Think bigger, take action, always fail forward. So people that come to the company, they love it because it's just the exact opposite of any other company that you worked at. It'd be like if you're in a mastermind of the most elite people in the world, we are training you to be unstoppable. We're training your mind. We're training your professional career to be unstoppable. We're training your personal life to be unstoppable. We're training your health to be unstoppable. We don't view an employee as only work and we got to maximize their results at work. My goal is to maximize all pillars of your life: professional, personal, health, relationships, and mental. Those 5 pillars. And if we maximize those 5 pillars, your life is going to be amazing. But if you do great at work, and you're drinking shitty, you're eating shitty, your health sucks, your relationships are terrible, your personal life is in shambles, you've got the worst mental mindset and negative attitude and beliefs, guess what? These 5 pillars will start crashing, and then it will destroy your ability to crush it at work professionally. So our goal is to work with every single employee, maximize their professional potential, maximize their personal potential, maximize their health, maximize their relationships, and maximize their mental. It takes a lot of work. You can't worry about profits with people. You can't worry about, people as just working at a factory and dispensable. You really, as a team, have to go all in on every single person and say, I'm going to go all in on you. If we hire you, we got to go all in on you to build up these pillars so that we unleash your genius, we unleash your potential into the world. And then you'll maximize your success, which will maximize our success. It's all about, hey, if I can help you get everything you want in life, well, then we'll be able to get everything we want in life because you've got everything you need. You're serving our mission, our vision, our core values, you name it.
So any fun founding stories that come to mind that you'd love to share with everybody?
There's like a million, but this one's real quick. When we were fundraising and no one would give us money, there was a big pitch and slope ski and snowboarding event in New York. So literally we're in New York fundraising, and there's this big pitch and ski event in New York Mountain. I forget where it was at. And all the investors were getting together the night before the event to play poker and drink and gamble. And then everyone's supposed to come up the next day. It was like a Friday, and then a Saturday was when all the entrepreneurs come and they pitch everyone, right? So I call Mike and I, my VP, now my Chief Revenue Officer, Mike and I called Danielle, and I'm like, hey, I think we should go up early and try to crash the poker game, the Texas Hold'em game. And I'm a big Texas Hold'em player. That was one of my former businesses back in the day. And she's like, genius, absolutely, you guys should go. And by the way, we didn't have a lot of money. So like, okay, I'm like, we've got $500 in the bank, gas to get there. It's gonna be a 5-hour drive. Okay, that'll be like $100 in gas. Mike and I need to eat. That'll be another $50. And then we got to afford a hotel room. That's like $150 a night. It was almost to the point where we couldn't afford two nights at the hotel, where we were literally gonna sleep in the car. So Danielle's like, you gotta go, make it happen. So we drive up there, and there's like 50 to 100 VCs and angel investors at this Texas Hold'em event. Only for investors, no entrepreneurs. And we get there, and there's literally no entrepreneurs because they are taking a bus the next day that takes them to the ski mountain. So we drive up the day before, we crash the gambling event. Everyone's like, who are you? What do you do? Whatever. We're telling everyone that we're one of the startups pitching at the event. We crush the Texas Hold'em game, make it to the finals, and we get to pitch all these different angels and VCs. And because we crashed that event and did whatever it takes, a bunch of investors joined our seed round and ended up investing. And then the next day, when we pitched on stage, everyone wanted to give us money because they were the innovative entrepreneurs that came up, crashed this event, crushed pitching them, and we got 10x the amount of face time that all the other entrepreneurs did. And right after that event, we ended up closing a multi-million-dollar seed round from all the relationships we made, using the very little money we had left to crash this, ski and pitch entrepreneur and VC event. It was awesome. And it's funny, there's a lot of like stories like that where we just did whatever it takes to survive and thrive, and pulled out a lot of miracles that I'm sure a lot of founders have when they don't have any money, they're broke, they're trying to change the world with an idea. And my best piece of advice to you is, like, any crazy idea you've got out there, just take action, because you'll start to overthink it. Paralysis by analysis. Don't let the paralysis by analysis hold you back. Just take action, be innovative, do whatever it takes. Last one.
Unless you want to talk a little bit. Yeah, let's talk about the last one here.
So when we started, for years, it was just me and an engineer. We launched the product in 2018. We went from 10 employees to nearly 300 employees in 4 years. 3.5 years since 2018. So it's been crazy growth. Now our goal this year is to go from 250 to 1,000. Awesome, man. You good?
Yeah, this is great. Thank you. I'm going to make some edits here and send it over to the investment group.
You get it, man. Awesome. JP, appreciate you, man. Thank you for making shit happen.
Awesome. Thanks, Brandon. Appreciate your time.